What is it like to be a train conductor in Canada Forum? Hi, I am a high school student, and for the past couple of years the thought of being a train conductor always seemed like something I would really enjoy. As I am getting close to finishing school, the thought of becoming a train conductor seems like something I would like to explore more on. It would be great to know what the life of a train conductor is like and what is it about your job you love the most. A few things I would like to know. Is being a train conductor difficult? Is the money you make sufficient enough to support yourself or even a family? How long does training take? Does the job get boring? How much free time does a train conductor have? Is being a train conductor difficult? It can be. It can be physically demanding with long hours, walking on ballast, riding end ladders, and other switching activities. It's mentally taxing. You need to know an awful lot of rules as well as all the territory you run on. You're working at all hours of the day and mental fatigue can be a problem. Emotionally it can be difficult. You're gone a lot, you work strange hours, working pretty much every weekend and holiday. You won't have much time for friends and family. Is the money you make sufficient enough to support yourself or even a family? The money can be great. Many make 80-90K their first year. How long does training take? Depends on the railroad. I spent 2 months in a classroom and 4 months qualifying on the territory. Does the job get boring? It can be boring going through the black for hours at a time. But almost every day is different. How much free time does a train conductor have? Define free time. Laying over in a hotel God knows where. Bring your laptop and learn something new. Or a weekend at home. Because I haven't had one in 8 months. By idle I mean time on train where you don't need to do anything and maybe read a book for a few minutes or something. I do rail car repairs and meet conductors once in a while. It seems like a job for single people only. Having a family would be difficult I assume. But I hear the pay is great. It's difficult but so is life. I wouldn't say it's for single people only. There is a lot of aspects of the job that are tough and can be demanding but I think the RESP ones you've got have a negative tone to them. If you take to it, it can be a fun job. I enjoy it a lot and find it can be rewarding in different ways, especially on payday. Someone mentioned 60-70K in your first year, you might be able to but figure 45-50K which is pretty decent if you hire out at 18. I would suggest waiting till you're a bit older. Hiring at 18 is great for your seniority but it also means you'll need 42 years of service to retire. I hired at 23 and it has worked out alright. I make time for my life, it's tough but if you don't keep it separated it can run you down. It is a different lifestyle but a manageable one. Sometimes, really depends on what train you are on. Yes, pay depends on the company but you can expect to make $180 to $200 starting out for an 8-hour day. Training was 3 weeks out of state in a school with hotel and meals paid for and an additional 5 months of training on my territory. You don't really have time to get bored on most of the jobs, sometimes road trains get boring because you sit and don't do anything for long periods of time. Depends on the company, the area, and the time of year. For us you get 2 days off every 6 you are on call, you might work 2 days or 6 just depends how much they need you, and during the winter months people are less likely to take vacation so they don't need you as much. Job description. Enjoying physical labor, teamwork and working outdoors as well as being safety-minded are vital to a career in rail operations at CN. With a vibrant, 24/7 schedule, no 2 days will ever be alike. You can expect fresh challenges, a safety-focused work environment, paid training, and supportive colleagues who share your passion for motion. The careers we offer are meaningful because the work we do matters. Join us. Conductors work as members of 2 or 3 person train crews and perform duties associated with the movement of trains, rail cars, and locomotives in rail yards and on the road. They coordinate the assembly of trains and execute any ground work outside the locomotive cab while in the yard or en route, operating track switches, picking up rail cars, making emergency repairs, etc. Responsibilities. The statements in this section are essential job functions that an employee must be able to perform with or without accommodations in order to achieve the objectives of the conductor job. Ensuring compliance with all train orders, signals, railroad rules and regulations related to safety and operations. Providing and receiving various forms of oral and printed instructions concerning the movement and placement of rail cars. Assembling/dismantling trains in the rail yard, and picking up/setting off rail cars en route. Observing, interpreting, and relaying signals to ensure safe train and locomotive movement. Operating track switches to change locomotive and rail car routes. Inspecting the condition of a train and equipment. Making effective decisions when in unfamiliar locations or emergency situations. Communicating effectively with the Rail Traffic Control Center, other train crews and other departments on a regular basis via handheld radio. Training. Successful applicants will participate in an intensive paid training program that includes 11 weeks of training, 7 weeks classroom at the CN campus in Winnipeg, MB, and 4 weeks field training. CN now offers an enhanced and extremely competitive training wage. Expenses related to transportation, accommodation, and meals while in Winnipeg are covered by the company. After these initial 11 weeks, candidates will complete a minimum of 45 trips as an extra person on a crew to enhance their knowledge and skills. Successful completion of the entire training program is mandatory in order to work as a conductor, and includes written exams and field training, including physical requirements. Working conditions and physical requirements. Working a flexible schedule with regular and predictable attendance, in line with the 24/7 railroading environment, includes night, weekend, holiday work hours, some overtime, and being away from home for extended periods of time. Pushing, pulling, lifting, and carrying up to 90 pounds. Working outdoors in varying weather and environmental conditions. Operating various devices on rail cars and locomotives, such as uncoupling levers and handbrakes. Climbing on and off ladders of moving rail cars. Grasping and holding objects while riding the side of a train. Walking for frequent extended periods. Bending, stooping, squatting, and kneeling frequently. Meeting medical fitness requirements for the position, including those established by the Railway Association of Canada, such as the ability to recognize and distinguish between the colors of signals. Other requirements. Writing and passing safety and rules exams. Note, as per collective agreement, subsequent mandatory locomotive engineer qualification to retain seniority/employment. High school diploma or GED. Obtaining and maintaining conductor's rule card. Possessing and maintaining a passport allowing entry/re-entry to the Canada and the United States, in certain specific locations. Proficiency in both oral and written communications. Assets. Completion of college or vocational/technical school and/or freight conductor experience. Relevant work experience in similar working conditions or regulatory/safety environment. Possessing and maintaining a valid driver's license.